Lawai ana keiki no na ia. Lawai ana keiki no na ia. Lawai ana keiki no na ia. Waka ene nu. Kukilako. Kukilako. Ika ene nu e. Kukilako. Ika ene nu e. Kukilako. Ika ene nu e. Ai ika ene nu e. Okay, here's the bullshit. Okay. E kahi e lua e kolu keiki e ha e lima e ono keiki e hiku e walu e wa keiki umi keiki Hawaiian hiki. Okay, wake ai ike ya o po.
Kali. Pe o wa hiki e ume.
Just hang on there. In your case, you gotta go like this. E kahi e lua e kolu keiki.
Alright, tama.
Alright. Oh, it's cool with it. Wakoko. Oh, man, Wakoko. Oh, Maka. E kahi e lua e kolu keiki. E lima e ono keiki. E hiku e walu e wa keiki. Umi keiki Hawaiian. Helena keiki. Helena keiki loko o ka wa'a. Helena keiki loko o ka wa'a. Helena keiki loko o ka wa'a. Hiki I ka moana. Lawai ana keiki no na i'a. Lawai ana keiki no na i'a. Lawai ana keiki no na i'a. Loa'a I ka ene nue. Kukilako ika ene nue, kukilako ika ene nue, kukilako ika ene nue, ai ika ene nue. Okay.
Maona.
Okay, now it's Shut the door. Elima is 5. Elima is 5. Eona is 6.
finished the hair. Okay, what you guys want to develop? I mean, what you guys want to make a song? You guys want to make, what kind of ideas do you folks have concerning Kupui? Kupui flag. You guys have any questions?
This thing would be the use of Kupuna.
And what else they got around here that's of him? Yeah? I think that if we're going to do anything about Ali'i, I think we should mention, maybe Ali'i and Kahuna, like Lani Kaula. Ali'i can include famous places too. I mean, places that are of significance to historical events, like Lani Kaula and the legend of Aunty Zeli told about that, and the historical sites that have to do with Lot Kamehameha, with Kamehameha V. And now Aunty was talking about that. Was it Kamehameha the first that was involved?
I think Kamehameha first. I got up as a child.
He was brought up as a child in Kohala. That's why I find it hard to believe that he was over here.
They took him here first.
Not when he was a baby, anyway. You mean when he was a little bit older?
Yeah, they fed him at town. Look for myself instead of people around me, so I took a group of youngsters and so I went all over the place because they were told not to.
And that's on what kind of land?
It's on private owned by Hawaiians.
So you get permission when you want to go?
Yes.
That's kind of stuff, who to get permission from is the kind of stuff that should be also included in this so they know who to ask, like Mrs. Frio for the permission to go see Ili Opoi and whoever these people are. What's the name? Do you know? Off the top of your head? Yeah, Pakai. Oh, well see? The Naiole were the one that took care of Kamehameha and Kohala, so that would make sense.
So it's down, heavy down the land.
Okay. Like what we did earlier today, that's the kind of stuff that we put together again now.
Oh, she's still an extra day mowing. The winds must really be bad. Because Ilona told me last night on the phone that maybe she wouldn't come back yesterday because she thought the winds were so high.
I was going to come back to you later.
You going now?
Because what you can do is develop materials on how you maybe if you can't take the kids on the field trip, maybe draw pictures of how he grew up, what kind of stuff he ate. Like you said, he only ate carrots. Teach them about the farm at the same time.
That's right. That's smart.
Those kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
You want to do the same thing.
So, well,
Which
not
one?
really
That's different kind.
do it, but
Lavalu.
try to get an idea and
Yeah, no, but if they're Kulehu, I was wondering, if I get all
what
burned,
kind
how
of
do you
things
know?
you have to do to acquire those things. You gotta get what kind of materials to maybe draw pictures about them.
Couldn't you get a coloring set?
Yeah.
Instead of passing on a canvas. I don't know how you
I have all these like this
color
what
in.
we had
Yeah, those kind of stuff.
here.
And at the same time, they could
All
learn the colors
this,
in Hawaii.
what you call
Like a coloring set.
what about it? See, almost the same like this, but it's in a history of it.
That's good, people coloring.
Like, okay, Ohana.
The story underneath. You get the story underneath them as you present it to the children. So we're going to go to the first page and tell a story. And I said, well maybe his mother should be red, so we color him red. Or his helmet, if he had a helmet, or materials, stuff like that. Or we can have even like a puzzle. Put it together, tell a story. Puzzle together.
I don't know if you folks heard Uncle Pat's thing about on the he'e. That's what he suggested too, that we make the he'e and we put them on cardboard and we cut them out. But I think that's a good, for young kids, that's something to do with their hands.
Yeah.
They like
Even use blocks, color them, and put
and rocks
Only
together.
this time, I think we should add the rainbow. The rainbow is all the colors.
And then you can do a whole look.
Yeah.
So you could maybe do some picture of, how you imagine a small baby where he is he supposed to be living in a house or in a cave or what? Are they Hawaiian or not?
There's just men living up in that time.
Oh yeah.
Because they have families.
No, but Hale will know.
It's beautiful. It has no trees those days. It's just beautiful. And it had hollies all over the restaurants.
Oh, they were.
The ladies took care of it. So he has 2 swimming holes. There's many freshwater. And the first swimming hole is that you can slide down off the rocks and slide into the water. The other one is a big pond and you can jump up from the rock down.
Water's still flowing over there.
Okay, let's construct the idea of yacht into an area, small board with hill, and all this grass stuff all around.
We have paper mache too.
Oh yeah, anything you want.
Okay, we can use paper mache with this
Yeah,
story.
those kind of stuff. I mean, we don't have to develop the materials now, but we could record
ideas for it.
everything.
How about you?
Now,
What we need,
No, but
It should be nice because we'll be working together.
then too, maybe you could, with the kids, develop the materials. Kids would love to do that.
Together this, together that, and bring it to class.
with all the materials necessary to build an area where okay. And prior to doing the order, I think
Oh, they'll love it,
structure will go along and set up the main frame of the situation.
Now, you don't only have to teach about the ali'i here, you could teach about the ali'i on the other island.
It's nice, but it's good to know first before you go any place.
Then if you do have limited materials concerning the ali'i, you could always do the same thing with the ali'i you did there and put the other islands in it. Just so the kids could be aware of the other islands.
Oh yes.
well, the
But of
fact,
course-
the thing is, we're dealing with Kamehameha first.
Yeah.
That since he does go on all islands,
Yeah, right.
you're talking about him in his childhood at Kohala and at Pakaike, and then he gets bigger, he goes to Kona, and then he gets into wars and he goes to the other islands, and finally he becomes the Mo'i, and then he's in charge of, he's over all the islands. So just on his life alone, you can cover all the islands except Kauai and Hale, and then just talk about them because he tried to conquer them and he couldn't. Because if you try doing all that stuff I did this morning, you know how many weeks it takes me to do that with high school age kids who can read? If you try to do all that with small kids, they're not going to absorb it. But they can identify with a small kid up in Pakaike, or this whole, you talked about the stone calabash and the stone cup for bathing him, the outbowl, and swimming holes, and the way the area was in those days, things like that, and making lava luau so he can eat the baby, the pe'u. You heard pe'u before? Pe'u. You never heard that? The luau, the baby, the small
right.
small leaf of the luau, of
The young shoots. That's
never heard
pale.
that word before?
No, never heard that. I know they have a flower, pukala.
Pe.
No, pe'u.
Peu.
No.
Pe is like you go and hide, I think.
Yeah, you can hide.
I never heard that word
Pe.
before. Something.
Peu. Yes, Peu.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Did you see those other bowls?
Yes. I
Yeah.
did. And there was further down. You had to walk further down in order to get to this outlet.
Get some more.
No. Oh yes, there's the
Yeah, I was told I had some more, but we only saw the tree.
It's up in the mountains.
Yeah.
You have to follow the stream. And they
Yeah.
had, where the big mango trees there, they would had a family living there, husband and wife, and their family.
Uh-huh.
In the stone, it's carved, it's smooth. That's where they used to mix the poi.
Oh.
Some more. The Tarapachis are still going.
We saw the bathtub, where he bathed,
Yes, the small
Yeah. Uh-huh. I like to go up there again before I cannot walk.
Yeah, but they have a horse trail that you can take a
Yeah,
horse.
That's how we went the other
Oh, we
time.
went walk.
Yeah.
We walked up.
Yeah.
Anyway, you just take the main story
Lydia.
and you create
You want to look for the
either paper mache, either puzzles. You can do it many ways. That's nice.
yes. Then you will have both here, the island and the
We don't have to necessarily cover Makai, Mauka. They're just themes so they could guide you and give you ideas. If you come up with something else better than that, then it's, our purpose is to get ideas down so we don't forget. And when we're ready to go into the classroom, we are, we have an idea of what we want to do and how. So, all I want is just we all talk and come out with ideas and stuff like that. Anybody else has any kind of other idea?
What? Anything.
Anything? How to teach Hawaiian language? What kind of stuff you could use to teach Hawaiian language? Oh, we just brainstorm.
You're afraid to feed him fish, or they just feed him.
Why was that? Why were they afraid to fish?
The bone, the bone.
Stick in his throat.
I wonder if those days they pull off. They do.
Yes, all the
The
days.
mama,
Mama.
the mama, and then they.
That's how they
Yeah,
used to
the potato, the mama chew it all up there and put it in the baby's mouth.
They still do it today.
I just came up with a thought if you're gonna teach the young child about colors.
Well, already, if you make the setting, if you drew a picture, for instance, and you made the setting in the holly there and the small what you call it, for a pond or no, not a muliwai. It's more up. The kind that's more up. Starts with an M. Ki'owai. Yeah. The places where they could have swum. Things that they must have had taro growing around there someplace. They fed him, so you could have lo'i kalo over there. And so if you make this picture, you can identify all these things, colors in the rainbow. And
You can show them the shoots of the taro. Big and
the
small.
And the o'io, you know the o'io? And the hapu.
What?
O'io, the young,
call
the
that?
fern.
That's a different name now. You have a different name for your
what's your name?
island.
What do you call it?
Huh?
What do you call it?
That's a ha you call it.
No, it's a different plant. Different plant.
that kind of grow up in the mountain, yeah.
It's a fern. It's a fern.
Yeah, it's a fern.
Oh,
Just
that
like
one.
makaha.
It's called ho'io.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. That's the one. Yeah.
You're right.
Right.
Like when we were teaching summertime, we played cards with the colors. And we teach them a verse and go, go maki maki au e kawai ho'i ula ula. It's like a fish game. Do you have 3 or 4 like that? And we taught the numbers that way too. And that's how they learned the white colors.
And that's the same thing. That's why.
Yeah, if colors, then you can bring in a fish, with the different colors, you know.
We taught it with the animals too.
See, that's why I made these up. Because if you deal them out in your hand and you say, maki au ya Alexander Liho Liho, and she has an Alexander Liho Liho. Okay, you got to recognize them first of all. You got to know what they look like, and then you build up sets of it. So that same kind of game can be used for colors, numbers.
That's very nice.
So this kind of thing is just you find the pictures and then you Xerox them, and you can make I think there's a set for each in here, and you can play all kinds of games with it.
What I need.
One other thing that you can do too is to train the children, to start to train the children in mo'oku au hau with something like this. You don't want to get all of this, but you have, maka au au maku kane, maka au au maku hine, and then maybe the kupuna kane, kupuna hine, maka au maku, both sides, mana au au ilu. And because we're only talking about him as a small child, so you're not going to go through his children and all his wives and everything else. So at least they understand how these relationships are, and eventually, when they get older, later on, they'll have that idea in their head, the concept of genealogy, and then when they get older, maybe 4th, 5th, 6th grade, or 7th, 8th, 9th grade, they can start working on finding out their own family line. When they're in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade, they're not going to do all that help, but at least they'll have the idea of what that is. It's not just them and their parents, or it's them and their parents and their grandparents, but they had all these other ancestors that came before them. I think a lot of kids don't really understand it too well when they're so small. Not until they get older, they don't really understand it.
Like maybe after they learn who was the king of the island, they could see him and then role-play him in a situation. Those kind of things. Like if you want to teach the ohana, maybe have one child be the maku kane, one be the maku hine, and write out a script of what they should do in Hawaii.
Okay, we get the rainbow like this. Okay. Then we insert all these lines in here. How many colors we have in the rainbow?
7 main rainbow.
Okay,
7 main.
We have 7 lines. Okay. We press out an envelope which has all the colors of the rainbow. Of course, it will be all in Hawaiian. The colors. Name, ula ula, ele ele, lena lena,
Mele mele is yellow. Mele mele is yellow. Mele mele, yellow.
lena lena.
There are 2 ways of
Oh, mele mele. Oh well.
every island has a same thing.
Oh well. We'll use what Molokai
is the
use.
same
What
thing.
does Molokai
They
mean?
mention it means the same.
Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Yeah,
Okay.
how do you folks identify yellow in Hawaii?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, look at the dictionary.
Lena
But-
Lena. Lena Lena to us on baby yellow.
No, do you use mele mele for yellow?
I don't know what that's in Hawaii.
Well, what should we use? Lena lena or them?
Well, mele mele
Get the
is-
right name, I don't know. Yeah, mine might be
That's lena lena over there,
taste.
and then mele mele is more
It's like an orange and yellow.
golden
Alani.
yellow.
Yeah.
No, like this.
Something
See the
like
difference in color between
gold, right? Gold.
That's mele mele.
Oh, gold.
Okay.
Likimeka ilima.
Yeah. Then we get these colors inserted in there. Of course, it won't be sealed. And then we go from one children to from one. Okay, which color do you have? Okay, you have the red. You color in red. Give a color pen and mark them in red. And it's on the rainbow. It says red, yellow, blue, or whatever. Blue.
Now, one thing we have to do with that is that in English there's 7 colors, but in Hawaiian the last 3 colors are all blended together because the colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Blue, indigo, and violet. Those colors in English aren't separate in Hawaiian. They're all under uliuli.
Maybe we should fix the colors of the island.
Well,
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with having just ula ula, alani, mele mele, oma oma, and uliuli because those are real Hawaiian colors. If you want to teach them the real colors, then you can teach them the colors of the islands and other things. But like pulu is not a Hawaiian word, so you're not going to teach them when you're talking about the colors in the rainbow. You're not going to say pulu, you say uliuli, right? So, but ula ula and alani and well, even alani I don't think is a Hawaiian word because that's orange. That comes from the Hollywood. So probably the Hawaiians ran red and orange together and they said ula ula ula. And mele mele and oma oma and uliuli. Because the Hawaiians looked at colors differently than the way we look at colors now. Because we're trained in different ways. Different cultures have different ways of looking at colors. And in the old days, just by knowing the vocabulary, the Hawaiians only recognized certain colors. That was ele ele, ula ula, and then mele mele and lena lena were kind of the same. Oma oma and uliuli. And that was it.
And the Hawaiian flag has how many colors? Red,
Hawaiian had
red, white, and
3.
blue.
dark blue. Yeah.
How much do we have right now?
Well, on this, this idea, which is good, you could have ula ula, alani, mele mele, and oma oma o, and yuli. It's 5.
5. And you get 2 more.
Then in English, there's 2 more. Right?
Okay, what?
Indigo and
What's
violet.
the other name for purple?
Well, why the,
No,
think
there's a
of
word for purple. It's pony.
Pony.
They already
But you see,
have it down there.
the thing
No.
is that blue, indigo, and violet. Violet is purple.
Oh.
Indigo, the Hawaiians didn't break that color down. They didn't have spectrum. They didn't have prisms to be able to look
Violet.
at all the different colors.
Can we use
you
violet?
don't,
Even now, you look at the rainbow. When you look at the rainbow with your naked eye, you only see about 4 colors over there.
Right.
yeah.
You don't see 7 colors. It's only when you break it down with a prism
Yeah.
and you put it on white paper and then you say, oh, there's this one, and then it turns from red to orangish, and then it goes from orangish to yellow, and then it goes from yellow down to green, because green and blue,
But you know they had 7 colors. Yet in the rainbow.
No,
No,
you
yeah,
could.
in the rainbow.
Yeah.
In any prism of light. That's how light, that's what the spectrum of light is. It breaks down into 7 colors. And the way you can remember the 7 colors of the rainbow is the name Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, G, blue, indigo, violet. And that's the order they're in.
But we only see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
true.
only-
That's true. You only
So
see
in the old days-
you only see about 4 or 5. Yeah.
That's right.
Our naked
Yeah.
So no sense we put all 7 on there. We just put the ones you see.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so it's easy.
Right.
then.
Well, can we do it like
something else.
So like your idea.
just the insertion, just the insertion this piece of color onto this just like a stick-on material there on the
Yeah.
in the rainbow.
Well, you know what I do with that? I do what Tuki was suggesting a minute ago, and that was nowadays, modern times, all the islands have a color assigned to them. So there you can get into the howler colors. Kulu, Poni, Hina Hina. That was a color in the old days too. Things like that. Then you can use 8 colors. From Ni'ihau all the way down to Hawaii. You got Ke'o Ke'o, or sometimes they use Kulu for Ni'ihau too, yeah? And then Poni for Kauai, Mele Mele for Oahu, Oma Oma for Molokai, Alani for Lanai, Akala for Maui, and Ula for Hawaii. So that, and Ho'olawi.
Well, what do you think? Should we use all that color? I mean,
It's good for the children to learn the colors of the island.
Yeah.
To learn about colors.
So the point is that you can have several activities with colors. You get your rainbow there to teach them how the Hawaiians looked at colors, because it's different. See, that's a concept difference. It's not just you're teaching them vocabulary words, but they're also we want the kids to learn Hawaiian concepts. And one of the things is that Hawaiians in the old days didn't look at color the same way we look at color. And one way you can explain that is if you look at the rainbow, you don't see 7 colors. With your eye, you only see maybe 4 or 5. And so then they can learn the Hawaiian words for that. But then you say, okay, and here are the 8 islands, the 8 main islands.
Right.
And nowadays, because of Aloha Week activities and May Day activities, each of those islands has a color. That's not Hawaiian. That's modern. Okay, but then they can learn the colors. Because whenever they have a pageant, when they get older, if they're going to be in a May Day pageant or something like that, if they go to Aloha Week, everybody uses those colors now.
Right.
So they should learn that early.
Oh, right. Rather than instead of using the rainbow, we use the islands for color. 8 islands, 8
right.
colors.
Then the flower is
Who has
with the color, no?
who has the yellow?
Lehua gonna be Hawaii, no? And then Molokai greeny.
Kukui is
Ilima,
Yeah.
Kauna'o, Mokihana. It's not a flower, but that's what is that? Rosalani.
Kukui has a white flower.
He has the right flower, but the for this island is the flower and the leaf and the nut. So when you so I hear Kialka.
I hear all the go.
Do you have any? No more. We have some ideas.
I think so. One of the ideas was to make something based on Kamehameha stay at Whakaikai. And the activity ideas was this business of making you were talking about paper mache. picture could be drawn.
Or even
cut out.
on felt too. And the kids can
Yeah, and
come
then they
out.
can put it on the felt board. Yeah.
Yeah, make a huge felt board so the kids can come out and do something, and you tell a story. That's simple.
And you know,
I
one
used to
thing
be
you
in
could
church,
do-
and the kids really, are we doing something instead of just sitting there,
One thing you can do with the felt board is to make a green felt board that represents Pakaikai. And you make a hale, and you make some kumuniu, and you make your ki'owai, and you make your lo'ikalo, and you cut these things out. And then the kids can go, and it doesn't have to be the same order every time. Maybe one kid puts the hale here at his chance, and then some other kid next time he gets his manawa, and he puts it over here. But when they go up, they have to tell a story about what they're doing. Say, oh, the ikwa, ikamanawa, o kamehameha he okie, he pepe no, we no oi I molokai, ai no kona hale, I kia wawa o Pakaikai, he mau kumuniu paha, awe paha, he mau kumukukui paha, he ki'owai no, he lo'ikalo ma'o, and then they just put these up on the board. And of course they're not going to be speaking in Hawaiian when you do this, but they learn the words anyway. And then if the teacher is getting a little akamai about how to use that, they can start, if the kid says it, then the teacher maybe could repeat it in Hawaiian if they know it, and then the kids will hear it, I think activities like that. So do we want to recommend a felt board approach? Do you everybody understand how a felt board works? You know that Velcro stuff? Somebody had a purse like that. You know that you put these two materials together and they stick together?
Right.
That's how a felt board works. On the board you got the felt, and then on the picture you paste on this special tape. So when you stick it, it holds. But you can always tear it off. So you can make arrangements this way one time, and then the next time they might have it all totally different. So why don't we think of the things that we would need to make cutouts of? What kinds of things? Okay, lo'ikalo.
Rocks? I don't have rocks there.
Aunty was talking about the rocks that had the coverable and the couple, or the...
Okay, it's only one, so what do you have to do?
it's only one?
No, all you have to do is make a big one, or you have a separate felt, in sizes. So when they put it on the board, it's different sizes, going down. It's right on one big rock, that's why it's all down. Small and small.
Okay, lo'ikalo pohaku, hale.
Hale, many hales. Waterfalls,
Told the story. The kids retell the story. So lo'ikalo, pohaku, some hale, Awai lele, waterfall, ki'owai.
Get kupu
now,
up there.
those days they
Yeah, I never been up there for a long time.
had some trees, but not as now.
What kind of grass they had up there?
Yeah, but now they have grass. In those days, never had grass because I seen some pictures. They didn't have anything. This was rock and dirt. It's like prehistoric days or before or after that.
Well, I know why, because they had the cows, around that area before.
Cows.
Before.
Yeah, I think there was
But
probably,
now
if,
no
if
more.
there's any water up there must have been vegetation. But a lot of what's happening now, the pictures that you saw, a lot of that stuff that was taken in the 1880s and the turn of the century, that was after cattle was introduced, and the cattle ate out all the native vegetation.
Yeah, that's right.
And so
That's
these
what
areas, these broad areas like that, had low-growing pili grass and Hawaiian grasses, and shrubs and stuff like that.
Yeah, not only.
Yeah, and then that's been eaten away, and
But now they're doing away with the cows,
And what about birds?
No more?
Birds. Puel. Puel.
No, don't
No more puel.
No, but before,
what do you mean don't have puel? I saw
I didn't
puel
know
down in
what puel
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Well, good to have
The stones, you can make them out of stone.
You
I like to
notice
work with a big board, boy. They go crazy.
they really
You guys know my stuff. Okay. Do you have the Velcro stuff to stick on?
Because that's good, you know. You have that in church with the kids. But when I tell my story, my sister, would you hear man, sister on the board, and when I tell the story about Jesus, you know. And they feel overwhelmed because they're doing something with their hands and they're just not sitting there and listening to you. They're doing something. 15 minutes, pow, boom, I make them call out because they cannot keep still.
Yeah.
That's how the kids see them all day.
All kids are like that. Oh, yeah.
But I never was like that.
You just don't remember it. All little humans have short attention.
How about miniature animals?
Okay, now you gotta remember in those days what kind of animals they had. They only had
Yeah.
boa and eel.
talking about the
Pork,
they have pig and
cows.
Dogs.
No more cow.
ini air or
They only had boa and eel.
How's about dogs? They had
Yeah,
dogs.
That's what we're talking about.
No, we're not talking now. We're talking about when Commander
deer.
was a
They
child.
had deer.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
not in those days.
No.
That's all introduced. The only animals the Hawaiians had were boa, ilio, moa, and iole. That's the only mammals here besides the bat.
Horse, did they have horse with it? No.
Captain Vancouver, but
I seen dog.
dog, yeah, dog.
Yeah. Because you're gonna eat the dog anyway.
That's right.
Yeah, they
Ah, we
Yeah.
I
they're like black dog
Black
especially.
dog.
Bahana
Black dog.
papa bakulehu akain ilio.
No, that's true. They eat it.
It is true.
Oh no.
My wife's seen
Just
that.
like
All
kalu
the-
pig, the
pigs
smell.
dog.
You wouldn't think.
I guess what they did, they raised the dog. They didn't raise it. The dogs were used for food. The pigs were used. You look at all those old pictures of the ali'i in the old days that was drawn by the guys on the ships. You don't see them carrying dogs. You see them with small pigs because that was their pet. The dogs were just left to run around by the time they eat them, and they catch them and they kill them.
Oh, we don't have, so we have dogs and pigs.
Dogs, pigs, chickens, and ilio. That's iole rather.
Iole makapo. Then they can make a song out of it. Three blind mice.
You get that?
Yeah. Iole.
Okay, so we would have them make cutouts of the lo'i kalo and maybe close-ups of the kalo or something so they know. And kohaku, and hale, and wailele, and ki'owai, and pili grass, and pueo, and bushes, shrubbery kind of stuff. People, we need people. We gotta have a little kamehameha there, and naiole, and some of those. And kua'a, ilio, and moa. Because they probably had those running around too. Maybe even, that's way up in the Mount Uku, yeah? Okay, so you're not going to feed from the sea or anything.
No more popoki.
So in getting our materials, the children can color in their own or color, because there is color to use with the felt and stuff. They could help the teacher prepare everything. So they're doing something in the class. Not we don't do anything, they do it too.
Can Kate and Sid do it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Just
yes.
drawing.
Because some of them have,
You're surprised some of those kids are talented. You just gotta find out what the kids
Well,
are possibly do. But if you give them the idea, and even if it doesn't look good to adults, if it looks good to them, then that's okay. You may look, oh man, what kind is this green head and orange arms and but they have to discover their sense of color.
Correct them now, correct them.
Okay, what about the kukui?
There's one even one of the things, right? Food right about
preparation, yeah.
Prepare.
Yeah. Preparation. Kukui in the morning.
Does it have to be right?
Oh, definitely.
The ones that falls down.
Dry, madam.
You don't know.
Sorry about that when you say ripe.
take out from the pot and dry it out.
I will get it there. We'll all
Yeah. Put it in the pot.
The pot is brown.
Red, brown. Yeah, brown.
No. She said it's hot. Hot. Brown.
Mossy. Oh, nice, she said.
You strip out the pot, you strip the outside
Pure,
part
pure,
of the
pure
pot and
this
then let it
hot.
dry for how
Hot
long?
of that.
If the sun is strong, well, dry. Couple of days, 2-3 days.
The best part when it falls from the tree, it will become good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
But rainy time like this, that really kind of long. And then when it's dry, then you put it in all because before all the time we used to pull everywhere.
Yeah.
And now we do it in the oven.
People now it's easier.
How can we determine whether the nut is dry? I mean, it's really just right to put it in the oven.
You can tell by
Being
I see my sister, she took it in a water. And the one that floats out, no good.
Yeah.
The one that stays down,
Stays
that's
down.
what you,
Okay.
then you roast that.
Mama boy,
yeah.
we never prepare anything. We
Soak them
never-
in water, and that one lana up, no
Yeah.
good.
We have this family that makes for us on Hawaii, the whole family, but her tutu was all of this strictly Hawaiian,
Yeah.
everything Hawaiian.
Stove, and then you just,
But nowadays,
all modern now, nobody
Okay,
likes
how
that.
long do you bake it and at what degree?
chuck oven.
but if he was going to teach the old way of doing
Okay.
te moa, wa ela te me,
Crack.
why?
Yeah.
That's how we use for crack. Nah, but we don't use the word nah, wa.
Wow, yeah.
Wa ela te me, te mapi ai o moa.
Uh-huh.
Me kira, o ka tamatohan ana, i ko ta nana, ta puhe. O tua, ta heiko ke na. Nowadays, modern. Me kira no, ako iko parking.
Yeah.
O te kira te ano parking ni wina, kini wina ha maamu kwa kai ko me pa mo plena. O tin ho ia, oi hapa. I ko le tiri e ti ko e na me tiri ko e ko tem. O la linda tia. But it's too much work. But patient then ko e kwa maamu o mana ni. But me te ne o mama ke mapi ai te mana mu ai me te wa era te huai.
Yeah.
Te mo ha o mali ni no e ba.
Yeah.
Wa
Yeah. We use the hammer for crack.
Oh, back or the hammer, yeah.
Yeah, and a stone, You get
Yeah.
one stone
Amal.
there, and then you crack, You heat the kukui, then,
Then you pick up the
Then you-
wa mai ko pa me.
yeah.
pick up the meat,
Some
no?
wa.
Then you
Some
take
crack.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think so. I'll pet them up. My husband just ask him. Okay. You know, this girl, yeah, no hana I o ni ya. Na kona mo na.
Yeah, she know.
Kuna kali ni ya o kauna pule. It's going to be 80 this year sometime. I think, if I'm not mistaken. She was hana I o ya. I Kauai. So nui nā mea nā kupuna na nei aho I mā pupu because I Kauai
Yeah.
nā kupuna hea ole. E te kumua hana nui no ke poe hana una hou.
Yeah.
Sa hea o ia.
Ale a o ia.
Ke kahi nā ke poe na kone ke kahi nā ke i o ni iho ke poe ni kore Hawaii.
Yeah.
Au ana kone ni aloko me ko aku aloko me ke mina mina I nā ke he mai ke ino ka here mia. I ka nā ua. Ora hao le Hawaii.
But,
Te
Hao,
kia mana
yeah.
ke here kone nā poe iki ka ora Hawaii I ora hao le nā nami hale na kui ora Hawaii mina e. Nō ko maka me ke ora hao.
yeah.
Ke iki te oi ke ra anu ki e la. Ui nā ke kia.
Now
must be so important that place I go, the mic's still there.
Oh, nice. So I can't. Auntie.
They go translate, rough translation.
Just back up here so I can make sure, because the words gotta fit.
Like that?
See, the words gotta
right.
fit.
What? All that.
The cons.
Jaga, 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 jaga.
Oh,
You see all her look, all her jaga.
what is that?
That's hers.
I think I like what you are something.
But you know what? Because I teach children in the primary class. Oh, children are cute.
Oh, they are. I teach Sunday school nursery, 2 through 6. I have 40
That's
students.
our last theme for this last time was Sunbeam for Jesus.
Oh, I love that song.
Everybody have Sunbeam.
Do you have that in Hawaiian?
No.
We have it in Hawaiian. You want me to give you the words for that?
Yeah.
Okay. We sing that song with the kids in Hawaiian. They love it.
Jesus wants me for us.
Okay. Okay. Make o Yesu ia.
Oh, give it to me. You know, because I have that. I have all the cutouts already.
Okay. We'll get it.
Okay, got the words. You go.
What? I have to get a song for
Hi is ha ha.
Is it okay if I leave?
This is only for the first
By the name of
No, that's for the second one.
Oh,
This is designed for that.
Now that's gonna be your song when you go back to London.
Yeah, right. We're going to dance, all of us going to dance.
We have to get it together tomorrow.
Practice tonight.
And tonight, what is
No, it's
tonight?
Friday. The whole week.
Yeah,
We have to practice tomorrow.
Okay.
That is we're practicing tonight. So where my night?
It's alright.
Lucky only 3 hours. Maybe I should find some word over here. Because
It's really stretched out.
yes, stretched out.
As you say.
What about a no in here? No.
And why don't you go haku abili? Aku. And bili. Haku.
It is, no, hui is a galaxy. But the hui is together.
Yeah.
Bili
Yeah, but they're talking about lace.
Yeah. Hui is we gotta find another word over here.
They know.
Look at the crabs and the rocks and the whatever. Here, we get one more song. Okay. Yeah, this is for children.
Found the chorus.
Okay.
Okay, the chorus one go.
Listen.
There is room in the water by the sea. There's a room on the rock in the water by the sea. There is food, all the food that we get from the water by the sea. There's a crab on the rock by the limu in the water by the sea.
Where's the word?
Now we're gonna
I'm looking at blanks over there. Gee, folks never know you composers, huh? For that other song of feel. By the sea, by the sea. Yeah, may I sing? There is food. Oh, no food that we get from the water by the sea. What else? There's a fish and the crab by the hill on the rock in the water by the sea. Put that down. Fish. Yeah, this can go on forever and ever, yeah? This can go on. We're asking for now. We're just not listening.
Yes. We have the rock, I think. El Awai. How's the tuna?